Hello everybody, welcome to Corey Turner Talks Cars, and call me old-fashioned, I don't care. I love manual transmissions. I love the way that it makes you feel connected with the driving experience. You're running through the gears, you're upshifting, you're downshifting. I mean, you're really connected with the car and the experience of driving. Now, is it great to have on an everyday commute? Well, I mean, if you're stuck in a lot of rush hour traffic, no, it's not exactly thrilling. But, you know, on a weekend drive or you're out having a great time, the manual transmission, to me, is what really makes the driving experience special. Now, of course, you hear a lot, and a lot of people get all upset because the manual transmission is gone. Well, I mean, okay, we're kind of moving towards that, right? We got the dual clutch, we got the paddle shifters, we got some amazing automatic transmissions. Let's be honest, are better performing than manual. There was a day when we were like, no, the manual's better, but let's be honest, the new automatic transmissions are quicker and faster than we ever could be. But we're talking about the driving experience. Well, there are still a lot of cars, especially ones coming out in 2019, that you can get with a manual transmission. So today we're going to look, this may be the first, or maybe this in several installments, we're going to look at 8 cars, 2019 models that you can get with a manual transmission. Like I said, there's probably 30, 40 of them actually that you could probably get with manual, but let's take a look at 8 of them. So here's 8 that I picked out in no particular order. Just thought we would take a look. First of all, the Cadillac ATS-V. This is a high performance car from Cadillac. It's 464 horsepower, and when it's mated with that 6-speed manual transmission, the sound of that engine, the incredible handling of this car, and the performance with that manual transmission, that's a special trip right there. That's a special car, and that's a great experience. So the Cadillac ATS-V you could get with a 6-speed manual transmission. Then we look over here, we got the Chevrolet Camaro. It's a 6-speed manual transmission. You could get that manual transmission across, all the models as far as the Camaro. That's still a sports car. I think it's great that it still has the manual transmission, so you can really be connected with the driving experience. So good job to GM, right? The Cadillac, they have the Camaro, but they also give us the Corvette. The 2019 Corvette you can get with the 7-speed manual transmission. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there's only 2 cars in 2019 that had the option of the 7-speed manual transmission, one being the Corvette and the other one being the last car that we'll show in the list here. So the Corvette you can get with the manual transmission. The Fiat 500, okay, we've gone a little bit of different direction, right? We've gone the performance with the Cadillac, with the Camaro, and with the Corvette. The Fiat 500 also could come with a manual transmission. These are fun cars to drive. To say they're sporty, I consider them sporty because they're just fun, they're lightweight, and you put that 5-speed manual in there and that makes it a pretty fun drive there. So you could get the Fiat 500 and still get your manual transmission. Okay, how about this? How about a performance sedan? The Genesis G70 has a 6-speed manual option, and it does have, that's rear-wheel drive. I really like what Genesis has done, right? Now, that's Hyundai, and they broke that off with Genesis. Now, honestly, in today's day and age, they screwed up, I think, by not having an SUV first. I think they acknowledge that. I'm still a car guy, so I love to see the cars. I like the SUVs, but I love to see the cars. They've made an incredible line of cars, and the fact that they're giving us a sedan that has a 6-speed manual, that's fantastic. I didn't put in the list today, there's quite a few BMWs that have the manual option as well, and that's kind of where Genesis is trying to hit in that same kind of market with people that want the space but want the performance and still want the connectivity that you get of driving with a manual transmission. So Genesis, the G70, you can get with a manual transmission. The Jaguar FType, you could get with the 6-speed manual transmission. Now, to get that, though, you're going to have to do the V6s that range anywhere from 340 to 380 horsepower. If you get to the V8, you're not going to get the manual option. But if you get the V6s, you can. Wow, that's a British sports car with that manual transmission. I think that would be a great drive weekend, or I would even take that in rush hour traffic. If you have one and you have the manual and it's not fun to drive in rush hour traffic, or it is, either way, let me know. Be sure to leave that in the comments. But the Jaguar F-Type, the Jaguar you can get with a manual transmission, as long as you get in the V6, as long as you don't go into the V8. The Mazda Miata, right? Zoom, zoom. It has a option for the 6-speed manual transmission as well. I love that Mazda is driver focused, and it's driver focused at a budget that is obtainable, right? A lot of the times, really driver focused cars are not in our budgets. We can't get those, but not with Mazda. Every line from the CX-3, which is their subcompact SUV, you got the 3, you got the Miata. I mean, they all have a really great driving experience. And then you throw in that you can still get that 6-speed manual. That's killer. So good job to Mazda for that one. And then, of course, the Porsche 911. All right, so that's the other end of the spectrum. That is the other 7-speed manual. There was only 2 in 2019. If I'm wrong, leave it in the comments, but I'm pretty sure there was only 2 cars in 2019 you could get with the 7-speed manual transmission. That was the Corvette, and of course, this bad boy here, the Porsche 911. All right, so there's a range of cars. There's 8 cars that you can get in 2019 with the manual transmission. Do you like driving a manual transmission? Be sure to let me know. Leave that in the comments. Are you worried about resale values of manual transmissions? I know that's kind of an issue that's coming up right now. Will these will hold their value in the years to come if they're manual transmission? If you have an idea or an opinion on that, be sure to leave that in the comments. Remember to like, comment, and share. Please subscribe to our channels, follow us, share us with your friends. Let's talk about cars tomorrow.